Yo, what's good? Supreme Almighty back in the building, and welcome to another episode of the Supreme Jise Show. You know what I mean? Bringing y'all that funny ass content, and you know what I mean? That real hip hop talk. You know what I'm saying? Peace to everybody tuned in at the moment. You know what I mean? Just waiting for my family. Jise want to hop up in here and get the show started. Peace and blessings, and we appreciate everybody that's been tuning into the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just something we just thought of at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? We was debating about it, and you know what I mean? We both got jobs, so it was kind of hard to really organize shit. But you know what I mean? Now we able to do it, so we're trying to bring this to y'all every other weekend. You know what I mean? And just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to do nothing crazy up in here. We just trying to have a good time, give y'all something to watch, etc., etc. You know what I mean? Peace and blessings. Peace to everybody tuning in and whatnot. Make sure to check out the YouTube, subscribe. This way you can stay in contact with us. You know what I mean? Peace. What's up? What's good? Hope everybody's doing good so far out the week and whatnot. While we wait for the homie Jise to hop up in here, I do got some great news. You know what I mean? Tomorrow will be the release of the Mars 1 Supreme Almighty first single featuring the homie Jux Diamonds. You know what I mean? Instincts. Make sure to check that out. It's going to be on the Snow Goons channel, the YouTube channel. It's our first video off the Mars 1 the Supreme Almighty album. Make sure to check that out. I'm very excited about that because, you know, I've been wanting to work with my family, the Snow Goons, and Mars 1 for a minute. Finally made it happen. So it's dropping tomorrow. It's premiering on the Snow Goons channel tomorrow. I got a new album with Skanks the Rap Martyr from Bangkok Fam. We dropping that, I think, the 20th of this October. Make sure to check that out, too. A lot of great projects going on, you know what I'm saying? Dropping and whatnot. Yeah, MK1 is alright, yo. It's not bad. It's not. I'm more of a Street Fighter player, but yeah, I like that Mortal Kombat shit. Yo.
Hey.
You able to see me this time?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. You finally update your shit?
Nah, yo. Yeah, it was really like last minute right now, yo. I was just like, oh shoot, the phone. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's how it was for me too. I had to dash to the store. I'm like, shit, I gotta get back here real quick.
Yeah. Oh, you had to do it in the car, right?
Yeah. I jumped in the car, some Jackie Chan shit, like slid across the fucking hood and shit.
What's up, kid? How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was alright. It was pretty good, you know what I mean? Family time as always, you know, I'm trying to stay my ass out of trouble, so I had to stay home for the most part.
No, yeah, I see, kid. It's getting a little more chilly now too, so you know, that's my favorite. It's my favorite, man. You know, you ain't pull out the hoodies. You ain't gotta worry about your shirt too much. You just throw it on.
Yo, facts.
What's going on? What's up? Whoever's in here, what up? Oh, I think that's my aunt. Hey.
What's up? Yeah, I'm just inviting people while we talk and whatnot. So this way everybody knows we on this shit. Cause, you know how the algorithm is.
Yeah. I hear you, man.
Meanwhile, while we do that, I want to ask you, who do you think is the worst rapper of all time?
I don't know, man, because time is still going, bro. So there could always be somebody more whack that come out. But I can't judge. You know what I mean? Because I'm not like, I'm not the all, I can't sit here and be like, oh, this guy's the worst. I mean, I've had like I don't know, man. I'm one of those dudes like if he's the worst rapper ever, why would I even remember his name? You know what I mean? Like I don't.
Okay. Yeah, you got a good point.
yeah. So it's probably like I don't know. And my man, Brooklyn wins. My man said something shocker. He didn't hold back.
Damn. I don't even think I can say he's the worst rapper though.
I think man, he was bad though. He was bad, but it depends. You know what I mean? Like you could throw names out, like say like Master P.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but hold up. How are you gonna like if you compare and contrast who's the worst rapper? I have to say Master P. I mean, come on, like.
No, but we can't really sit here and say he's a rapper. He was just like, you know what I mean? Nobody really considered him a rapper. Did we? Did anyone? I don't know. I've always seen him as just like the businessman or the dude running shit. But
yeah, true.
Because wasn't Silk the Shocker, like, you know what I mean? He said, my man said, who was worse than him than Silk the Shocker?
I mean, you got Juvenile. I mean, you got.
Man, come on. Juvenile is better than Silk the Shocker, dude.
I mean, you got that one dude that rapped with the planets in the background or whatever the fuck that was. Like,
what? With the planets?
Yeah.
Wait, who's that?
You never heard that dude? The dude that had like the triple size, 6-size shirt. The fucking like he was in the middle of the slums. Like I gotta look up the dude's name. He was a meme. He was like a meme for like forever. Yeah. Like
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yo, I mean, I've had to hear so many bad ones. But like I said, I really like. I don't
I'm trying
to know. Who you think? Because he said Silk the Shocker. Silk the Shocker's a good one for me. But there's got to be somebody worse than him. There's got to be. At least, or we got to narrow it down. At least a known rapper. Because there's mad white rappers I came across, like local dudes, super underground dudes that only 80 people know. You know what I mean? Like, but we gotta I
don't know, bro. It's like I honestly can't agree with the Silk the Shocker. I mean, he was very alpha, like what you want to call that shit? Elementary, you know what I mean, with his bars. Very elementary. But you know what I mean, he had something, there was something to him, at least something. But I don't know, bro. Master P,
it was so much something that you can't even name it. You can't even name it. It was something.
I mean, even Diddy was like in the same category. Like
yeah. But Diddy, like those dudes, like we gotta exclude. That's why I was saying, like Master P, Diddy, like I don't even count those dudes.
You can't exclude them, man. The nigga got a whole album. They both got 3 albums each, almost probably.
I don't care about those dudes. Oh, I will say, I've heard some. Listen, Brooklyn is going in. Young Guns on Rockefeller was trash.
Yeah. I'll admit
Yeah.
that shit. I'll admit that motherfucking shit.
But check it out. You gotta think, like, what about those dudes? Those dudes that they were trash, but they had the banging producers. So you never
that don't even count.
You never consider them trash though.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like if Premier produced some whack dudes, dudes were still rocking with them back in the day. You know what I mean?
But like, we're gonna talk about that.
Take Group Home for instance. Group Home, right?
Nah, they was alright. They was good.
No. But Group Home, the main thing they had going for them was their voices. Yeah,
they were gritty.
You know what I'm saying? Delivery. But when you talk about bars, let's talk about bars. Let's exclude the other incredible things about them. And they were dope live. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about bars.
All right,
You put those dudes on an average person's beat, you know you're gonna think they trash. You know what I'm saying? Like,
here's my thing about that. So, all right, we're gonna go about bars. You have to give them credit. You want to know why? Because you know how many
nah, I
times
give them
people.
credit. I bump that. I still bump it. So.
Well, no, as far as like them being like dope, they had to be because you know how many underground rappers reuse their quotes
Yeah,
in their hooks. So it's like
cuts and
if they were trash and you utilize their quotes in a hook, then it would be like why would you do that? But it had to be that dope. You know what I mean? For it to be
yeah, but
used.
I still think that if you put those same joints before they were classics, you know what I'm saying? Let's say they put those same bars they put on that album to an average beat, and you ain't never hear Premier, you ain't never hear them fall on that Premier, you know what I mean? That Premier one, yo, you probably say they average. Come on. Or if you only heard their acapellas, you probably be like, you know what I mean? Now, I've heard dudes that, like, if they kill an acapella without a beat, I could still say that, yo, kids is ill. Like, that kid is ill. You know what I mean? Not everybody could do that. So, you know, rappers, including myself, we get away, you know what I'm saying, with rapping on beats because we have something to help carry us. You know what I'm saying? But not every
I can
rapper,
see it.
not every rapper you could throw an acapella and you're gonna be like, oh, I could rock with that. Yeah, not everybody's gonna be like that kid. Like, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
feel you.
it's just the reality. You know what I mean?
I agree to disagree though. I
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
said, I like how they rap. I'm not gonna front. Even
yeah,
aside from the beats, I like the lyrics they use. Like if you really break down some of the stuff they say, it's got some substance to it.
yeah. And they all they have substance, of course. Yeah,
I mean, cause you got like you want to name worst rapper, you would have to go in a
but it,
category of like Blinky Blink, like fucking Cannabis said that shit too. Like on the back of the Raptor wagon rapping about nothing.
nah.
It's like
Yeah, but my point is not, and let me reiterate because in case anyone heard wrong, I love Group Home classic album. I don't even pick out tracks from that album individually. That whole album is just sick to me. You know what I'm
wow.
saying? The skits, the even the album order, the way it was organized, boom, and their voices, they're unique. Dudes like that, like those dudes. Look at Guru. You know what I'm saying, from Gangstar. Like those dudes with voices like that. You know what I mean? Incredible. Like you can't really like unique. Nobody sound like that. But think of those two people that I just mentioned, and they all produced that. Yo, Primo had a big, you know, in part in those artists that like really shine. You know, Primo had a big part in that. You know what I mean? All credit to Primo. Let's not like, you know what I mean? Because we could talk about rappers all we want and mention the dudes that rapped on his beats, but yo, Primo was half of that track. Like he was, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
He was
of
half of the
course.
reason why that shit, or sometimes even more. Like he was 85% the reason why that shit came off. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I
but
gotta
yeah,
agree with that because like with the whole Griselda track with Premier, honestly,
yeah.
I agree
What
with
up,
that because
Q?
if Premier, yo, Peace Q Unique, if they didn't use the Premier beat, I probably wouldn't listen to him. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the point that I'm making. Like I know, you know what I mean. Like yo, producers, a lot of times they take the back seat. You know what I'm saying? Like and you know, producers and DJs, you know, respect. But yeah, they take the back seat because, you know, it's rappers world, you know what I mean? So, but yo, a lot of those dudes, like great producers, I mean, shoot, I mean, we can sit here all night talking about like whack dudes that got on dope beats. And when you heard the beat, you're like, oh man, I wish I had that. Oh, I wish I could like, you know what I mean? Or I could hear this
Wow.
person on that, you know what I mean? Like,
See, I love your opinion, bro, because at the same time you're a rapper, and you know what I'm saying. You had bars. So it's like you have the right to, you know what I'm saying, to really kind of break down things certain ways. Like, you know what I mean? Like I hate a person that don't rap, that really tries to, you know what I mean, break down people's like whole shit, whole character. You can't do it. If you're not a
Oh,
rapper, you can't, you know what I mean? You can base it upon your listening, but to tell a rapper you don't got bars when you don't even know how to count bars, or you don't even know how to fucking like
nah.
you know what I mean? You don't
I
even know what they're
mean,
rapping about. Like
but
you're
that's
just you're,
beyond music. That's like math. If you can't count bars, like you're like
don't be a
mathematically
cashier.
deprived. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're a little. You
Yeah,
need to
man, if you
freshen
can't.
up. You need to freshen up on what I mean, the basics of the math. But I remember because I remember like when I began, you know what I'm saying. I've seen other people like. I'm pretty sure people just had weird ways to count their bars, but it was always mathematically correct. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No matter how you count them. So, some people just count line for line. Some people count in fours, and I see some people just, count like totally off, like eight, 6, 8, weird. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know
Yo,
how you got to this, but yeah.
I want to ask you and Q Unique the same question. I don't know if he can hop in here or whatnot, but from the chat room, then I want to ask y'all, like, did you always love staying to the 16, you know what I mean, like the typical 16 bars, or did you like to bounce around a lot, like doing 8, maybe doing 32s, like, you know what I mean? Because I know a lot of these other rappers don't really have a 16 bar structure anymore. A lot of it's 20 bars. A lot of it is like it's kind of all over the place. So did you feel like you prefer the 16 bar? You know what I mean? The breaks.
Mm-hmm. No. I mean, back in the day, we didn't really care. I
Or
mean, you just gonna go in like I mean, you didn't really worry about kind of bars because it was before making records and stuff. You know what I mean? It was before making songs and records. It was just about rocking the mic and spitting. So we didn't really concern ourselves when we were young about that. You know what I mean? Like we, I wasn't when I first started rap. I wasn't like concerned about bars. Or when you got in a party and you got into a battle, you weren't worried about counting bars. So
mm-hmm.
I came up, but when it was time to count bars, it was you want to add some structure and stuff like that. Yeah, I did that. I did that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people did, but yeah, I didn't really care about that. Yeah,
No, I feel
so
you. I feel you. I feel you.
uh,
I was gonna talk to you about these memes because we be passing back and forth a lot of a lot of crazy ass shit. But you know what I mean? Like I'm slowly catching up to some of the newest shit because there's
yo,
just so much shit dropping. The internet is always winning.
yeah,
Like
yo, what's up to my wife? She in there, yo.
what's going
Brooklyn
on?
Shook ones had random bars. Shook ones. Yes,
That's a
that is
great song. Word.
that is correct. And I spit those verses all the time in my head. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, when you want to, I mean, if I had to like sit here and pick that verse apart or those verses apart, yeah, they were mad random.
You're all dead.
So shout out, shout out to my brother. Oh, yo, man, shout out.
Wow.
Bless my son, our son Jason. We love you. You know what I mean?
Or happy
Our,
birthday, happy
yeah,
birthday.
definitely. So,
Time to
but
take them to Hooters, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
wherever you take a 21-year-old
Yo,
nowadays.
this he said counting bars caught on in the late '90s.
Oh shit. Damn, you better
Yeah.
go in up in there like
Nah, yo, bro, that's my G right there, yo. You know what I
Word.
mean? He know.
Word.
I
I'm glad somebody
I
knows
don't
they
say
shit.
you know what I mean. I don't say his name, but he right there. You know what I mean? Like respect.
Word.
They ain't got like 50 names.
Yo, word. Word, man. Y'all can ask you. You got any stories, man, that you maybe like people would love to hear about besides the Method Man and the the other shit we talking about?
Nah, man, you.
I ain't been on tour, nigga. I wish I was on tour, man. I wish I would have stole Method Man's food. You know
Nah,
what I'm saying?
nah, man, nah. I mean, nah, not much, but I mean, yeah, I can't think of any off the top of the head, you know. But yeah, whatever. I stole mad people's food.
Yo, I mean that's one for the book though. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Almost getting
yeah,
beat up by Wu-Tang and shit. Like that shit stuck with me when you said that shit. Cause I'm just
yeah.
like, damn, I could picture his face saying, you know what I mean? He walking to you that way too. Like this nigga eating my food. Like,
Yo, where were you? Like you were where'd you grow up at? You grew up where you at
um,
like now?
yeah, upstate.
Yeah, you grew up upstate. So like in the 90s, you like were you out and about? Like where were you in the 90s? Like I'm trying to get a time frame. Like
Well,
95. Like what grade?
95.
Like
That was about I was 10.
like
I
you
was 10.
yeah, you
So
was youngin', right? Yeah.
yeah, I was
Uh
10. So I just started really getting into the hip hop shit and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I started making fucking with the beats and shit like that. So yeah,
oh shit.
that's what I was
Yeah,
doing around
yeah, yeah.
that time.
Oh, so we got like you were 10 and that shit, man. I didn't know you that young, kid. That's
Yeah,
ill.
I mean, I feel old. My body feel old. You know what I mean? I got arthritis already, type shit. And I'm not even 40 yet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it feels that way though.
So like when you started going to live shows and stuff like that, when was like you remember the first live show you went to see?
mm, mm.
Ah, tough one,
I'm gonna keep it a buck with
huh?
you. I haven't really seen too many live shows, to be
Nah,
honest with you.
you serious?
Yeah,
Have
cause
you
I
seen
was,
any?
yeah. I seen freeway joint. I seen
Oh yeah,
a buckshot.
I've
Um,
never seen Freeway live, yo. Oh, actually, I'm lying. I seen him live, but I didn't see him like do a set. You know what I mean?
it was
I
like a
seen him
Beanie
get on the
Siegel
mic.
freeway. It was a Beanie Siegel
Oh,
freeway connect type shit. But I mean, because I was always like trying to, you know what I mean, get lit up and just chill in the streets. Like I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
really.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I would just go around battling people and shit, and sneak into clubs and battle people. Like I wasn't really into the
Yeah,
whole sitting still. I couldn't sit still for shit, so I couldn't sit in the crowd and watch
yeah,
people
yeah.
performing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was battling around that time frame. You know what I mean? Stepping on stage and shit like that. So freestyling in the street.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, because it's like at that age, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the 90s was shit though. Like you would have the
Yo,
fucking Walkman and
Vito
shit.
Ross, salute. DJ Tag, salute. Much
Peace,
respect,
peace.
yeah. Alright.
LT Worth. Speaking of bars, yeah, LT Worth, man. You know what I'm saying? You were like what, 100 bars and shit.
Nah, man.
We would never know because you cut off at the end, so we don't know how
That
many
was
bars you
like a
had.
20, that was like a 26, 28, something like that. Some weird shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit is crazy, man. Like I said, if you could ever get the session and we could
Mm.
actually hear the whole rest of the bars, man, I would love to hear that. You know, we don't even got played to the people. I just want to hear it myself.
Yes. DJ Tech, KRS-One. I remember I interviewed you and you that's in the interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. KRS-One is a good live show, dope live show. Killed it every time I've seen him live. Like, ain't nothing like that. Salute. Salute to KRS-One, yo. And salute to everybody joining in. You know what I'm saying? I see
Peace.
people popping in, people now. Salute. Thank you for joining us.
Word.
Supreme and Jise Show. You know what I'm saying? We just like to kick it, sit here with y'all and you know, basically how we kick it behind, you know what I mean, without even being live, right? As this is what we send each other wild memes and
Well,
you know
we try to make people's work week a little bit better with the bullshit we
Yeah, yeah.
sprouting.
Yeah,
um,
explain the name Lieutenant Worf. Oh, yeah. Lieutenant Worf is from Star Trek. He's a character in Star Trek. If you ever see Star Trek, he's one of the Klingon people. You know what I'm saying? And there's those are people warriors. You know what I'm saying? Uh so the Klingons are warriors, and Lieutenant Worf, you know what I'm saying? He's like the security dude on the Enterprise. He's always grumpy, always serious, you know. So that was like pretty much my persona, like back in the day before I started smiling like this. Yeah. But I was always like that. So yeah, that's how that name came about, Lieutenant Worf. You know what I'm saying? Like that's definitely you know, and so yeah, he's exactly. Bobito Ross said it. Like, yo, he's the official one in Star Trek. You know what I mean? And we had the same, you know what I mean? The skin tone.
I couldn't imagine you back in the day from now, bro. Because it's like the way you and you know what I mean? You explained it back in the day how you really just, you know what I mean, pop it off and shit, and now you know what I mean? You smiling and cracking jokes. Like I kind of would like to travel back in time and kind of see the old Jice, the retro Jice, just to get a feel.
You weren't really feeling too much, you know what I mean? Nah, I mean, you were lucky, you know what I mean? But because I wasn't out like that, you know what I mean? When I was out, I was always low key. I was always like just keeping to myself, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, those are the Vulcans, yo. That's Spock. Not, yeah, this is Vulcan from Star Trek, not.
Look at me, I'm learning Star Trek over here. Like I know my Star Wars shit. I don't know about my I don't know so much about Star Trek.
yeah. But yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, but nah, I mean back in the day I was quiet. I I was just going with the flow, man, honestly. Like it wasn't really thought out. I liked rapping, and I thought the awesomeness was dope. You know what I'm saying? And I decided to roll with them, and I just happened to rap and just do it. But I wasn't into like that whole like I wasn't that real like, you know, yeah, what up? I wasn't loud at all, you know what I mean? I was just chill. Like I just went, do what I had to do, and then break out. You know what I mean? And that was everywhere, even like when I traveled overseas. That's how I would do too. Like I wasn't like one to like chill with too many people. You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
I was actually gonna ask you
and I just didn't have the patience for like a lot of like, you know, like I was very like I don't know, it wasn't good. It was just like I was annoyed by anything, you know. I was just like, yeah,
we talked about this before. Cause I said the same shit. I was the same way. Like I didn't like people looking at me for too long. I didn't like people I was very I was kind of like that chip on the shoulder type. Yeah, I mean I don't know if that was you, but that was kind of how I was. Like I
didn't have a chip on my shoulder, but I was very selective to who I hung out with back then. And it was certain dudes, and this one of them is in here. Brooklyn was, we go way back. You know what I'm saying? I was never around a lot of dudes, and when I was, when I ended up in like, around other crowds, I never became part of that crowd. You know what I mean? I would just be like, oh, all right, peace. I was peace with everybody, but kept it moving. But yeah, you know what I mean?
I mean, sometimes you gotta be that way. You know what I mean? Because you end up going in big ass crews and shit like that. You tend to end up in some bullshit.
But it was a socially awkwardness. Like to be in social, and and this is beyond music. I'll keep it real with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? For me, it was always hard or difficult to be in a crowd situation. And this is not just some hip hop shit. This is in general. So you know what I mean? You never see me running with a clique. You know what I'm saying? Arsonist was like, one of the first cliques that I was tight with. I ran with cliques, but I was never tight with them. But it's everywhere. It's a social anxiety thing. You know what I mean? And that's just something that I've been like that since I was a kid. You know what I mean? So being an adult and going through that and ending up having to perform and being around people was one of the most difficult things, you know what I'm saying, that I've ever had to do in my life. And that was on a constant basis. So, you know what I mean? I had to like prep myself to go out there in front of a bunch of people. You know what I mean? Even if it's 4 people, I'm still feeling awkward. So in those early days, you know what I'm saying? It was more like I was more, I was more of a spectator. I like seeing the room. I like reading the room, but I didn't like being part of the room. So like Brooke, you see, he just said what I was about to say. So like it, that's why I ended up loving like photography and video so much because I still get to see the beauty, but I'm behind the lens. I don't have to be part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like to see it. Like I don't have to be of the world to see the, you know what I mean? To see the world. You know what I mean? Like so
Yo, it's fucking crazy you saying this shit, bro. 'Cause it's like looking into a fucking reflection. Because I was to say I didn't I didn't like being around people like that. Like it felt kind of awkward. It's like you was just like anxiety, and that's just funny. You
what
said
up?
about the videography because it was like that with me now as a producer. I don't want to be in the shows. I don't want to be anywhere near none of that. I want to be in the background where I can just do what I love, and I don't have to be out there around people I don't want to talk to, people I
Yeah.
might not want to associate with. And that's why I didn't really go to shows because I
Mm,
didn't like that. Because every time I go to a show, niggas will be bumping you, and I was that type of dude. You bump me, and I want to
mm,
fight because I don't like
yeah.
that. I don't like being touched. I don't like to be, stepping on shoes. And yeah, that shit
Mm,
was just, it was too much. Yeah, I mean, you can't enjoy yourself if
mm,
you're feeling like you have your own little bubble around you and shit. Like it just feels
yeah,
very
yeah.
uncomfortable.
So it's sort of like that, but like now, I mean, I noticed that like, you know what I mean? I've back then, and this is the other side of it, it was just like that I just took things for granted. Because, you know what I
Mm.
mean? You have access to all of that. You have access to see things in a beautiful way, but you know what I mean? We end up choosing to look at it a different way on a constant basis. You know what I mean? And we'll continue to do that. But yeah, that I was doing a lot of that, but now it's just like it was a communication thing, really, and I've still struggled with that, Um, if it wasn't, like for my wife, my son, and those kind of experiences, you know what I mean? Um, I wouldn't be able to, evolve into the person I am now in those social situations, So, but now it's just like I love people, I love people. I have my limits, but yeah, I don't mind being around people if I feel like it's beneficial to either the people or myself. If it's not beneficial at all, why do it? So, but
Yeah. I
definitely.
feel you. I feel you, bro.
but
When my kids
I,
came out, bro, I was the same. I became the same way. I had to
yes,
be around people. I couldn't just shield them from the world or, like keep them, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like I
yeah,
had to. So, and the shorty that I live with now, you know what I mean? My wifey and shit, like she got me going out to places. Sometimes I be questioning myself, like, I don't know, man. I don't want to be around motherfuckers I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? But I'll do
yeah,
it.
you crazy.
I do it because you gotta step out that comfort zone. So that's why I say I can only imagine you feeling like that and having to step on stage every other night or every night. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a win. That's a win though to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Take yourself out like that. You know what I mean?
yeah. I don't know, like I don't know. That's one of the main reasons why, like, I can never get used to having a backstage that was full of people or like
Mm.
I hated it. So like there was a lot of times I would go to shows and I'd be more comfortable in the corner inside the venue, somewhere dark in the corner where nobody sees me having a drink instead of being backstage. And like there was something about that I didn't like. So and when other acts go up, I'm in the crowd. Like I just rather be like, experience it in a different way, the way that I can,
Real
relate to
fast.
it. So
Yeah,
definitely. So
I also was behind the scenes with a lot of shit. When I first started making beats, I was put down by a lot of people. You know what I mean? No one wanted to fuck with me. No one would give a fuck about my shit. And my brother, AUT, DJ AUT, came in. It's like, yo, your beats are the best ever. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, all right, nigga. Like, you just talking gas. But he had that energy that you know he was speaking real because you don't bullshit. And it's like he brought me in there because he's like, yo, you gotta come to the shows. I'm man, I don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, can you just put like my name on the flyers and not put my face to some shit because I just don't care. Like he's like,
Yeah.
nah, that's not how no one's gonna know you. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll try it. Next thing you know, I have people walking up to me in the streets. It's awkward as fuck, and I'm just like, man, this is weird. Like I don't know none of
Yeah.
these people. Like so, you know what I mean? I can imagine. Like I said,
Nah, it's frustrating. Yeah, it could be frustrating to anybody. Like I know it's frustrating to me. I know it was frustrating for people around me as well. You know what I mean? Like even my crew. Like I know I frustrated the shit out of them. Like I just didn't like I didn't want to go like and do interviews and answer the same questions every day. Like I was
mm,
just like, all the time. I was just like, yo, whatever. That's not me. So it's just like I knew that I was just gonna evolve into, out of it. You know what I mean? Eventually, because there was just certain things about the entertainment business that I just didn't resonate with me or my character, like what what I mean, what I like to like embody. So, you know what I mean? There was a lot of old bullshitting and we gotta worry, we gonna do this and it's just like I wasn't into that, man. It was just like, yo, this is corny. So like I knew that I didn't, at a certain point, I knew that I didn't want to be in the music business. I was just like, yo, whatever, dude. So now and it's liberating because now I can still make music or do whatever I want. First of all, I never wanted to pigeonhole myself into just doing music and doing rap music. I mean, I knew that, like, as a man, I knew that I was much more than that. You know what I'm saying? Or I should evolve into much more than that. And having my son, kind of taught me that, and then just, you know how it is. You put your big boy
mm,
pants on and, like, you
word.
gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And whatever 9 to 5 uniform you can find, you won't put that shit on to feed your kids. So
Mm,
like,
your word.
yeah. So and that's one thing I like to do. I like to salute, you know, everybody, not just hip hop heads, but like everybody, every hardworking person that you know what I mean, get up in the morning and make sacrifices to feed their family or to make sure that their family's cool, man, those are MVPs. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, going all out for your music and, and doing music full time is a beautiful thing and that hustle and bustle. But that, I don't regret it. I got to, you know what I mean? Like, that whole lifestyle was different, like I said, and and not only I was gonna be struggling and just like keeping up and 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 bullshitting. You always gotta bullshit. You have to have a certain amount of bullshit in your system to be able to make it in the entertainment business. And I ain't full of bullshit like that. Like I couldn't do it. I didn't have that talent. Some people have that talent and I applaud those people that do that shit, and I admire them. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I'm not them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing that. Like it's just not. It's not possible.
No,
It's not feasible.
no shiny suits for Jace. In other
Yeah,
words.
yeah. If anything, it just made me a better man having those experiences. Aside from music, like just a man. You know what I mean? And I'm a man of principles now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm never, you never gonna find somebody in that in that scene that it would ever say that, you know what I mean, that I was trying to, you know, rip them off or, you know, or anything like that. Just wasn't, you know, wasn't me. So.
No doubt. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, hip hop, like, it can make you or break you in a lot of cases because, like, you know what I mean? A lot of people fall victim to it because they think, like, the popularity shit and all that.
Yeah, look the same.
They think it was, they think the popularity and shit like that. Like, it'll get you places, it'll pay bills and shit, but it really don't. It really don't pay bills. It really don't do what it's supposed to do. You always have to have, like, some kind of backup plan.
Yeah.
That's my little daughter right here. Look at that.
Yeah, what up, what up?
Yeah, I gotta go pick up my son while we chatting away. But yeah, I agree with what Brooklyn was saying. There's like ageism in hip hop. I definitely agree with that because
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, my thing is like, you know, I just, you know, I was in the game like when I had to go like to the hospital, son. I got a big ass hospital bill. Or when I had to go to, like, I didn't go to the doctor for years. Like, I didn't, you know what I mean? I wasn't taking care of myself. And
that's crazy.
this is, you know, and this is one of the things that I think a lot of my peers, you know, probably suffered from. And, you know, you know, and that life, that'll take a toll on you, you know? You don't want to be the dude with a GoFundMe, you know what I mean, after you pass away for your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, that's you know, that's it's not cool. Like, you know, and these dudes, yeah, because you could be a legend and then you end up passing away and your family out there trying to collect money for your services or just to even get by, you know what I mean? Because you were the only source of income. Like, come on, man. And it's happened to the best of us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you know this, you know, story of Pun, and you know his family. Like it happens to anybody. Like, you ain't really like handling your business like that, and yeah, like it just wasn't good.
You have a backup plan, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody thinks like having all this jewels on and having all these fans and shit, like that's gonna, like, it's not gonna get you where you need to be. It's not gonna make you successful. It will give you some kind of money or some kind of credit, but if you don't got a long-term goal to keep success going,
or you're not investing that money that you're making, because like, there's a lot of people that make good money, but they'll spend it. You know what I'm saying? You spend it, not investing. You know what I mean? So that's, I know I've made that mistake. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, if I would have known, like, you know, then what I know now, like, it'd be different. But you know what I mean? It was a learning process, and that way, I just say that's how, like, I actually learned from those experiences. Was like, man, like, you know, I gotta like take care of myself. I gotta take care of family, like, and yeah. So I salute those people that, you know, get up, because I don't think they get saluted enough. You know, I don't think those, you know, hardworking people that try to do it, like, you know, this at the and there's people that do this and work. You know what I'm saying? Like, they split it, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Exactly. Fast money crash, slow money lasts.
Well, it goes back to what you were saying, though. Like how you have to play a character and all this and that to get, like, you know what I mean, famous or whatever the fuck. Like, that's what a lot of these rappers do. They rent out these Lamborghinis and all this fly shit, and they're in a broke to trying to keep up the persona. And you know what I mean? What's the purpose behind it? It makes no sense.
Yeah. And then I mean, on the other side of that, like, you do have some artists that are like, whether you like them or not, they're doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? They're investing that money that they're making, and you know, they have it like that, but you know, they have a goal. But yeah, like that whole, you know, hip hop, if anything, man, that just helps you. Like, it helped me. Like, it taught me some, like, you know, valuable lessons when it comes to that. But yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you though. before I forget again, yo, I was gonna ask you who came up with the choreography behind
Salute,
y'all stage
Squeegee.
work.
All
Yeah,
right.
Squeezy, peace.
All right.
I want to ask who's the choreographer behind what do you call it, like concerts, like because when y'all used to do the Blaze track, y'all had a lineup, y'all would be lined up behind each other, and you know what I mean, doing this whole ill ass shit. Who came up with that? Like
Yeah, it was just us.
y'all just
Just
that shit was
mess.
ill.
Yeah, there were, I don't think there was any like one person. You know what I'm saying? And we would switch it up. Like, I don't know. Like, I know for me, as far as personally, I was a big fan of like, older groups, like, you know what I mean? Like Temptations and Dramatics. And their stage shows like were ill. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of my favorite movies, Five Heartbeats, for instance. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
yeah,
I mean, the stage shows, that kind of like, you know what I mean? That always stood out to me, and I always thought that that was like sick. It was sick, you know what I mean? It was sick when, like all five, six members are like in unison, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And killing it, and just still being individuals at the same time. But yeah, that was just that came natural, to us because, and we came up from that culture. So, but yeah, I like Joe. You ever see man, I see so many of those shows, yo. Like I forgot what their name was. Jurassic Five. There's a group called Jurassic Five.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I wasn't into the music too much, you know what I'm saying? But big respect for those dudes. But I seen them live one time, and one of the illest stage shows I ever seen, man. Crazy. You know what I mean? They were like, just like, yeah, they were just like, it was next level. You know what I mean? Like, now they were just like in unison, kid. Like, they, they were sharp. Like, they were just sharp. Um, I love groups like that, yo. Like, I love watching groups like that, like, you know, I, and think about it, like, when we came into hip hop, there's just so much like hip hop was getting like so overly grimy, like, and dudes was always scared to smile, and we were, me and my crew were jokesters, you know what I'm saying? We like, let's be real, like behind the scenes, we were all joking around and, you know what I mean, and getting on each other and shit and laughing. It wasn't always like screw face and like, yeah, I'm from the street. Yeah, we were from the street too, but let's stop fronting and act like we weren't laughing and joking around and dancing, you know what I mean? And like, at some point, the dudes got scared to dance. Like, yo, but that's like, the girls used to like the dudes that dance. Like this dude I think he just wrote that. Yeah, yeah. Look, he said there was a
He
time
said it
when
right there.
yeah, when it was a time when the dancing niggas got all the girls. So that's what
Yo, word.
we embodied. You know what I mean? We embodied that, and when we went into a spot, you know, like it's rare that you see us walking all in there like hard. We went in there like if there was a DJ playing music, we were hype because that's what you going for. Like you go on a party too, not
Yeah,
just to
supposed to have fun.
perform. Yeah,
Yeah.
like this is like where's the party? Like you know what I mean? Like, but yeah,
That,
I, I
that's what I was saying before. That's what I was saying. Like last time we talked about that shit. I feel like the arson is like a major part of hip hop. Like I know a lot of people loved y'all for the lyricism, but there was so much more to y'all as a group because the fun aspect, y'all brought that to the game. Y'all was some tough dudes, but at the end of the day, y'all had jokes, y'all had fun, and you can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it in the albums. You know what I mean? Like
mm,
table section and shit like that. And like the oldest funny shit Destroy was doing. Like he was, you know what I mean? There was a whole bunch of
mm,
crazy fun shit in there, man. And hip hop needed that, man, because we could have plenty of Mob Deep niggas. We could have plenty of, you know what I'm saying, the hard grimy shit, but you need that part of hip hop too. You know what I'm saying? Big Pun was a funny
mm,
dude. He was gangster as
yeah,
fuck, but he was a funny dude.
that
You know what I'm saying?
shit, man. I mean, it's just I mean, who wants to go through life like
Mhm.
Ain't nobody want to go through life like school face the whole time, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, this life is not a long life. You know what I mean? This shit goes by quick. Like,
Word.
you gotta enjoy that shit. Don't spend too much more time like diving into suffering. Suffering's already there. Why, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Why make more of it? You know what I mean? So, and why deepen it?
Let me
Do
ask
the
you this question
opposite.
too. Let me ask you this question. My bad for cutting
Hmm?
you off, bro.
Nah,
Before I
nah,
forget,
nah. It's cool.
there's something
This
I've
is our
always
show,
wanted
bro.
to. No. But it's just something that was like sitting on my brain. And I always wanted to ask somebody, like somebody at your caliber and your experience with this hip hop shit. Were you, as a listener, were you listening for more like the drama shit in the hip hop, or was there a specific thing that you listened for in order to really make you want to listen to that artist? Because there's a lot of chatter where a lot of people feel like us as gritty hip hop heads, we only listen for the drama shit. Like we don't like that's why we maybe don't listen to rappers like 50 Cent or whatever, or all them dudes that talk about money all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because we search for the drama in hip hop.
Mm. I mean, yeah, I listen to what I like. You know what I mean? Like whatever resonates. I think part of the reason why people listen to music is that it makes them feel something, or it touches a certain, sensitivity. You know what I mean, of an experience you had. So I mean, it could be an awesome record and I hear it, but if I don't relate to it, you know what I mean, I'm just not gonna, it's not
Like
gonna,
a dancer. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like, yeah, you know what I mean? But I could still respect it and be like, oh, all right, dope. Not my cup of tea, but it's dope. Like, I can see why people are like that, or, you know, but I don't even like to pass judgment like that either. I mean, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah, because I was sitting there wondering, bro, because like when I sat there and like people would ask me a lot about the Nas album, the new shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Nas fan. But I sat there and really thought about it because when you listen to the newer shit and then you match it up to the older shit, it's like I feel like I'd rather go back to the older shit. And I sit there and wonder why. I'm like, is it because of the drama in the records? Is
mm,
it because you know what I mean? Like what really makes me grasp onto those albums
mm,
that makes me not want
mm.
to hop into the newer Nas?
Yeah, and me is the other way. Like I like the newer Nas. Like
Mm.
I think it's mature. I think I like that I could see such a difference. I like that there's such a difference between the old Nas, because if it wasn't, it'd be kind of pitiful. You know what I'm saying? Like if you came out in the early '90s and then you put out a joint like now in 2023, and your content, you know what I'm saying, or your other shit hasn't changed, then you know what I mean? Ah, dope.
Yeah, I'm searching. I'm gonna get me an arsonist on there. I'm gonna get me an
Yeah,
arsonist on there.
yeah. So like, yeah, I like the new Nas. I think he's dropping gems. Uh, I'd rather him do that, you know what I'm saying, and speak from like his experiences than you know um just fabricating shit like a lot of people are doing. Like
Hmm.
just trying to go with the trends or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I think I respect Nas. I respect Nas as an MC, as a writer, and I just think he grew up. Honestly, Nas has grown up. I say the same thing about a lot of those dudes that are still on, that are like older, like those dudes, those mainstream dudes. Like you think about Jay-Z, like, and you could look at Jay-Z from then to now, like you know, he evolved into that. He grew up, and what else are those? There's no more. Those dudes are not living the same experience that they did back then. Nas is not living in Queensbridge anymore. He's living a good life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they're gonna talk about a good life. I feel the same thing about like Buster. You know what I'm saying? Like Busta's not living down in Bro. So when he spit, like you can hear it when you listen to his content. At least you know he's talking about like where he at in life. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain honesty to it, even if I don't listen to it. There's a certain honesty to it. I could understand it. You know what I'm saying? But to a certain degree, because I'm not, I'm not into, talking about money doesn't do anything for me on the record. I think there's a lot more that, people have to offer than just bragging about how much you have and this and that. It's just like, like, yeah, I like
I
to be,
mean, I feel like it's kind of the opposite about that whole
hmm
scenario. Because if you listen to the beats, if you listen to the way he's rapping, it kind of feels like he fell into that pocket of wanting to be the new trend. Even though he's saying he's not being the new trend, but it's not the same Nas. And that, even though he does have the money and stuff, he had money when he did the Uchiwali shit, and he was still, you know what I mean?
nah,
He was still
it
coming out with this.
ain't the same money, bro.
I mean, yeah, of
Uchiwali
course,
money is
of
not
course.
that shit ain't Henny money, dog. Like Uchiwali's not Henny money. And the dude, if you read up his investments, Nas is on. People think of Nas and they just think, oh, it's Nas. But Nas, his net worth jumped like in the last like 10 years.
Oh yeah,
You
of
know what I'm
course, yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like, and that's after his best albums. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, so like, I ain't gonna sit here and be like, yo, nah, you fucking up, son. You know what I mean? Like, you do what you do.
yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely not. It's not the gritty Nas. It's not. Yeah, it's not that at all. But I mean, think about it. Like, I have to be honest. I don't want to listen to Nas do another Illmatic. I I may think I do, but once I listen to it like twice, I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm hungry. Let me go make a sandwich. Like I'm not gonna sit there and be like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like,
Word.
I gotta be real with myself. Like, yeah, but yeah, but like not, but Nas is a good example because after his first album, like I like Illmatic was ill to me. But it's not like every album Nas did, you know what I'm saying? Like there's not another album that he put out where I liked every song like that first album. You know what I mean? So Nas has been consistent with that because he'll be like, "Oh, this is dope," and then a song will come on and be like, "Come on, like what are you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Like at least he's been consistent with that. You know what I mean? And like so, but
Yo,
it's true
yo.
though. Like, there's a lot of people, that do albums and like I'm a big Busta Rhymes fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big Busta fan. Like, I love Busta. I think he's super talented. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, but some of his content, I'll be just like, come on, Bust. Like, this is boring. And you're like, come on, dude. Like, he killing it too.
Yo,
He's killing it because, Bust is Busta. Like he could do some waxing and still be dope. Like you know what I mean? Like, but come on, man. Like, but I do like. I have to rally for a lot of those older dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like they still killing it, and they doing their thing. It's I mean, it is
yeah. I
what it
feel you.
is.
Let
I
me ask you
listen.
this question:
Yeah, yeah,
You got
yeah.
you got a bucket list, like not outside of hip hop. You have a bucket list of people, actors, comedians, anybody you want to meet, like you know what I mean? That yeah, you really look forward to. Photographers.
Nah, you know what, yo? When I was younger, I wanted to be who was it? Michael Jackson. He was
I don't
on
even
my
know how to
list.
respond to that.
He was on my list. Linda Carter, Wonder Woman was on my list.
Oh yeah. Damn, well, how young were you when, how young are you when we're talking right now? Yo,
My
damn.
bucket list go way back, son. Like, yeah,
You talk
yeah.
Xena the Warrior and shit. Like, you know
Yo,
what
Xena the Warrior, yeah.
I mean? Yo, I'm
Hercules.
dead.
Kevin Sorbo. I mean, Kevin Sorbo.
Yo. I'm dead. Yo.
Nah, I never, like, honestly, like, and I'm just joking about Linda Carter. I'm not serious. Linda Carter, she was a great Wonder Woman. I applaud her. But, no, I didn't want to meet Linda Carter. I mean, I did, when I was younger, I did want to meet, like, wanted to be, I used to imagine, like, me and Malcolm X. That's one of the dudes, like, like, I wish he didn't pass away. I wish I could have met him in this lifetime. It was dudes like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really, like, artists or anything. I didn't really, like, yeah,
Well,
outside of it.
what would you, if you had that opportunity to meet them, what would be the number one question on your head you would want to ask each of them? Michael Jackson and Malcolm X. What would you ask them?
I really don't know. Especially Michael, but Michael, I just be like, you never like had a job, dude. Like you
Yo,
never. Yo, that's so ill to me, dog. Like he never had like a job. Like his job was he did that for his whole life, son.
yo, word.
You know what I mean? Like then he never worked at McDonald's or fast food place. Like he never punched in like punched the clock or nothing. How does that feel, Michael? That's what I would ask him. Like, how does that feel? Like, do you ever go and see working people? Like, do you like wonder? You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, just stuff like that. Malcolm X. I mean, come on, gosh. Shit, I don't even know what I would ask him first, But I mean, now it's different, But when I was younger, I don't know. The Michael thing always amazed me, though. Like I was just like I admired that. Like I was like, wow, man, you're super. Everybody's oh, Michael, great, talented. I just thought it was ill that he just he's a musician and yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like that dude's life was so ill. It was so ill, and were people really surprised how strange the dude was? Like he's not normal. He's never been normal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not normal. So, but yeah. Anyway,
Chappelle kind of. Yeah, he kind of twisted my whole shit. 'Cause I used to I love the Michael Jackson songs and shit, but then when Chappelle did that whole skit, he's like he called a thriller. He's like, yeah, but would you let your son go on? Fuck no, nigga. Like it was like, damn, he just straight like
no,
damn.
But that's a different thing. I mean, if you ask me that, I mean, nah, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Even me. Nah. I'm not talking about I want to meet the dude alone. Like, I wanted to meet him alone. I'm talking about, like, people around, dude.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? But I was just, it's like that old, like, the Prince interview. I forgot who was, no, I think it was Chris Rock who was interviewing Prince or something like that. He was asking about Michael Jackson, like, because Prince was supposed to be on the song Bad, the Michael Jackson joint called Bad. No, he was gonna be and he was gonna be in the video. Wesley Snipes is in the video, like in the beginning. If you after we get off of here, watch that video.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it. Yeah,
Wesley Snipes is one of the gangsters this like facing off against Michael Jackson.
Damn.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
been that long since I seen that video. That's
Yo,
crazy.
and Prince, that was they asked Prince to do that part, to be the Wesley Snipes character.
How would that even work out? Like,
but then Prince was just like, Prince was mad real about it. He was just like, when I heard that line, that I heard the song, he was like, yeah, I heard the song. He was just like, what he started that song off with? And it was like, your butt is mine. And he was just like, I ain't doing that. Prince was like, I ain't doing that.
yo.
He was just like,
shit.
I ain't no way. And I was like, you know, you can find that interview online, yo. It's funny as hell. And he's just like, nah. He's just like, yeah, your butt is mine. Nah. He was like, nah. Nah. Wesley Snipes did it.
It's like, hold on, but Wesley Snipes did it. It's like,
your butt is mine. Nah. And I heard that Michael, I heard that Michael wanted it to be, you know, the way he wrote it was like, your ass is mine, like real beef. Your ass is mine, you know, but he had to change it to your butt. And once you change it from ass to butt, yo, the song is ruined, son. Like,
Here's the funniest shit though. I don't know if you remember the Michael Jackson History album. For those that are Michael Jackson fans. So if you listen to it, I'm pretty sure that unless I got the bootleg copy, I don't even know anymore. But there's a song on there.
You got the crackhead version.
You got Michael Jackson featuring the Notorious B.I.G. And I'm just like, and Biggie dead ass was like, yeah, you got beef, you can ask my nigga Michael. I'm like sitting here like, what is what did Michael think?
Michael is a lot edgier than people think, though. You know what I mean? Like, I heard, like, don't get Michael mad, B. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I heard that. I heard he wasn't nothing to fuck with. I'm surprised Chappelle ain't do a fucking Michael Jackson, fucking Charlie Murphy skit.
Oh man. I mean, he laced the Prince one. There's nothing ever gonna come close to that Prince Chappelle skit, like that Charlie Murphy skit.
Yeah.
Nah, that shit is just hilarious, nigga.
You said, "Here's your breakfast, bitches." It's like, it's like how do you react to Prince? A dude in a blouse saying that shit to you, it's like, damn,
yeah.
But nah. But when I heard Biggie say that shit, I thought they just stole a Biggie verse. He legit was like, but yeah, you could ask my nigga Michael. I'm sitting here thinking, what did Michael say? Or say when he said that about him? Like, it's like,
like when you heard it, like when you heard it, did you go like this?
That's what I was saying, bro. I'm like, damn, Michael Jackson's part of the. Yeah, he in the gang now, son. Like, that's some shit. When you got Biggie you up, like, you the hard nigga in the room. Damn, that was some shit. You gotta hear that song. I'm gonna send you that song, because I'm baffled.
No. You know, I never cared to listen to that song. I had no interest in hearing a song with Biggie and Michael. Like, I just didn't
Who does? But it's like, it's the fact that you would think it would be more watered down, but it was just like big.
Yeah.
It's like Michael was battling somebody. I don't know who the fuck he battling, but he going extra hard on whoever the fuck he talking about, and then Biggie just comes in.
Like Michael being around hood dudes, it just don't go for me. Like I seen a video of Jay-Z bringing him out on stage, some show. You know what I mean? And I was just like, yo, Michael look mad awkward, B. Like, yo, get this guy off the stage, B. Like, it looks weird. He don't belong in this function, you know? Like, it's weird. I mean, it doesn't make sense, man.
He be having some hood niggas on his album. That History album, he had his skit with some hood niggas coming up in there talking that rah shit. And I'm like, am I listening to the same artist, bro? Like, I thought I was listening to, you know what I mean? I thought I was listening to a Miguel album or something or some fucking, like, it was just,
It's some whole other shit, bro. Like that shit threw me off. But like,
yo, Michael had to put people on notice, B. You know what I mean?
Yo, I'm starting to wonder if he got Tupac got something. Cause like, yo, I don't know. Michael was like, you fuck with my man Biggie. Like, yo, somebody gotta go. This nigga pulled out bubbles on the fucking shotgun with with the Uzi. Like, god damn, Michael. But, like, yo, calm down, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Like a week or two ago, like I was binging on live Michael Jackson like shows, like videos. Yo, Michael he was tapped, be like, he was ill though. Yo, he was ill. Yo, when he did the Super Bowl shit, when he did the Super Bowl halftime show, my man stood, and I only seen I think I seen ODB do this, but Michael Jackson was like, he popped up out of the ground. He was like, my man stood like that for like 3 minutes. Non-stop. Before he even did anything. And then he was like, another. Come on, man.
Yo.
Come on. But yo, that's why I be like, yo, the people be comparing people. They be like, oh yeah, that's new Michael Jackson. No, he's not. No, she's not. Like, there's nobody big enough. Yo, he had people fainting before his show even started, bro. Stop.
Yo, facts.
That nigga breathe on the mic and somebody faint. Like, you not doing that, son. Like, that's the little kid me talking.
And why you think Michael never had no beef with nobody? You know what I mean? It's for a reason. Ain't no one ever want to beef with Michael. Ain't nobody, not no R&B singer, no blues singer, not nobody want to fuck with Michael, bro. Like,
only Sony. Sony's the only people that beef with Michael, though.
Yo, he was about to get at them too before them niggas took him. Like, you know what I mean? When them niggas took him, like, let's keep it a buck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this man was.
Yeah, my man said he gotta listen to that History album now.
I'm just fair warning. It might be the crackhead version. I don't know, because I was blasting it on YouTube. I'll listen to it as a kid, and I'm re-listening to it. Like, Biggie was on that shit. I'm like, what?
That was like that. I probably skipped a lot on that joint. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, there was a lot of skip shit on there, but it's just I listened to the whole song. I'm just like, yo, he battling somebody, and then fucking Biggie comes in. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yo, this shit went real fucking hard, real quick. Like,
I'm telling you, yo.
I thought, you know what I mean? I never would have thought Michael would have been okay with a rapper being on his album using the N-word. Like, that just blew my fucking mind, bro.
Yeah. But, you know, I mean, yeah, the way that History album came together, it was weird.
Yeah, we know you impressed, Jites. I mean, but, you know, for some of us would be like, Biggie was on this. It's like, what? It's like, it just throws you off. I mean, I couldn't understand they had fucking who they had rapping in Jam. I forgot who rapped in the Jam fucking song with the basketball and shit. He had a lot of rappers on his shit though. But like, damn. But yeah,
so the Shocker.
Yeah, it probably was. It probably Silk the Shock's brother and shit. Like, you know, low key, low fucking key. But yo, even Mystical, you can't just say Silk the Shock. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear a nigga. Like,
did Mystical do like Time for Rape or something? Yeah, he did.
Yo, he did.
Yo,
he did. And that's we can't talk about that boy. Yo, we can't talk. Shake that ass, yeah. That nigga shaking that ass right in jail right now, son. Like,
yeah. I think he came out and then I think he got accused again of some shit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if that shit is true though. You know what I mean? Like, you never know these days. You know. Anybody say anything.
Brooklyn said he back inside. I think that he got called. Yeah. He got called on this shit.
Yeah, pause, my dude. I'm glad you caught that.
Yo, word. Yo, that shit is crazy. But even he was fucking trash, bro. Like that shit was just nah, son. Like I couldn't even fuck with his shit. Like
Yo,
even the ones that were in the
come on,
clubs.
son. You know you had that cassette. You know you had the mystical.
Nah, definitely not. Yo, I feel bad for anyone that had the mystical album because that
Nah,
was like Bone Thugs and Harmony on heroin. Like I was good on that shit.
nah. That the dude was weird. All right, what up? Peace.
Like that shit was crazy. But I mean that
Nah.
whole
Wait, was Mystical on the History album?
no, it was yo, I can't even look at you no more, bro.
Yo,
This nigga said
that'd be ill, yo. That'd be really ill, yo.
nah, nah, son,
Nah, it
like
would.
that would tie a lot of coincidences together. You can't even
Bro.
put those two in the same room together. Not now, anyways. That shit would look mad suspect, yo.
Yo, I mean, hey, you don't know, man. Entertainment, yo, the entertainment industry is full of wild stuff, man.
Yeah,
For real.
word, word.
Really
Yeah,
for real. Like some weird shit, you know, like some of
word.
your favorite artists, actors, like, you know what I mean? They also, yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
questionable shit, you know. But
But
I ain't
yo, I
gonna
think
dig deep into that.
yeah, you know what? We it's getting late. We about to wrap it up, but
Yes.
you open up your notebook because I want to test subject on this next time. I want to talk about the Super Bowl because there's a lot to talk about with that shit. I had so
Yeah.
many fucking ideas about that shit. This is I want to talk about the Janet Jackson incident specifically, but yeah.
What, next time you want to talk about the Janet Jackson incident?
The Super Bowl shit. I want to discuss that
Yeah,
shit.
that was some shady shit, yo. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think,
Uh,
I'm gonna say this before next show. Yo, they, what they did to Janet Jackson was foul, son.
you
You
mean
know
what
what I'm
Justin
saying?
Timberlake did to Janet Jackson
No,
was foul?
what Justin Timberlake and the NFL and the networks did to Janet Jackson is foul. You know what I mean? Like she caught mass slack, and honestly, like you know what I'm saying? Like Justin Timberlake, he just enjoyed his sweet career. Like nobody really got at him about this shit. You know what I mean? I think she caught a bad rap for that, but we'll say that there's a lot to talk about, yo.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, definitely a lot to talk about that shit. But yeah, but much love to
Yes.
everybody that's been tuned in. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all. Um,
Yes.
you know what I mean? We just shooting our shit, man. We're glad to make y'all smile. Cause you know what I mean? We got the whole rest of the week to go.
Yeah.
It feels like
Yeah.
motherfucking,
Definitely.
you know what I'm saying? But at
Definitely.
least
So yeah, next time we have some gem conversations because I already had something in mind. We'll talk about that. So you know what I mean.
yeah.
Definitely. We see everybody. Oh no, not next week. The week after next week. Right?
Yo,
I
see,
don't.
Brooklyn
Yeah.
agreed. Mystical in the headphones, no.
Yeah. But in the
Yeah, word.
club, yeah, I don't know, man. I like right now, no, man. I'm not gonna dance to his song in the club. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Not now, but back then, yeah, the beats crazy, yo. You didn't care
That's it though,
about,
just the beats.
but you didn't care what he was saying. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah, yeah,
like, it's
exactly.
just hype.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. He was on some ill drugs aside, cause he was just yelling at people like niggas got hearing aids and shit. Like he was extra loud, like for no reason.
Yeah. Anyway, yo, good night, y'all. Yo,
Put
thanks
that
for
nigga to a
checking
Zeb,
in.
DB.
Yo, everybody that popped in and popped out, that's mad. Salute to everybody. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves and be safe. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right,
All right,
peace.
yo.